Hello everyone. Now here I'll try to explain you how to use Facilis version 1.1. I will walk you guys through the steps. It will be a pretty comprehensive training, so I hope it will be helpful for you. Okay, so let's get started. Type facilis.com and click on the sign in button. It asks you to enter your email address and password. So at this point, let me explain you how it works. Your registration is done through your email address, so your username is your email address. And your password will be sent to you with an email saying, "Welcome to Facilis." This password is a temporary one, so you need to create a new password. The management of the brands and users on the system is your responsibility, so only the first user, the admin account, is set up by Facilis. The other users need to be authorized by the admin to be able to get on the system via their work email addresses. And the admin will assign them to the brands they'll be responsible for. If for some reason you're not signing in the system with your password or you forgot your password, then you can request a password reset link by clicking on Forgot Password on the Facilis homepage. Let me demonstrate it. I'm clicking on the I forgot my password link and the window opens up. I'm entering my email address registered with the system here and I'm clicking on the reset button. Then you will receive an email asking you to confirm your request for the password change. When you click on the confirm link, you will receive a second email with a temporary password. With this temporary password, we sign into the system. The first thing you need to do when you sign in the system is click on the settings icon on the top right corner and go to Security and Password section and change the password. After you enter the password delivered to you, create your new password, which needs to have 8 digits, at least one number, one uppercase and one lowercase letter, and then click on Update. Then you will be informed that your password is updated. Okay, now let's go back to the activity screen and talk about the features of the platform. There's this folder called Pending. Here, for the brands you are authorized for, you can see the last 10 releases and invitations that have been approved to be sent but still not sent out from the system. And there is this Reports folder where you can see the reports of last 10 releases and invitations for the brands you are authorized for. When you go down on the left, you see the users who are registered as the admin. You can forward your requests to these users, such as creating a brand, authorizing for the brand, setting up a user as the sender for the brand, making the brand inactive, or creating a new user. Now, I'm clicking on the settings icon on the upper right part of the page and it opens up at the profile page. And here in profile page we proceed step by step. Okay, so profile page. If we proceed here step by step, first what we need to do is add our photo here at the top. In the journalist interface, which will be active in the near future, journalists will see your photo along with your message. So we recommend you to add your photo. That's a great feature, right? You can edit the personal settings like your last name, phone number, and social media accounts, but your email address cannot be changed. Okay, so pay attention here. Your email address can't be changed. Therefore, it's important what email address you use while creating a new user. You can enter your title and signature at the bottom of the same screen. For you to be able to use a signature for the items you send or for the journalist interface, you should designate a signature here. When you're done, don't forget to click on the Update button. Okay. The administration section you see on the bottom left side of the page can only be seen by the users who are set up as the admin. These users can handle all user and brand processes using this section. User Management section. Okay. Here you can see and manage the active users on the upper side of the page and inactive users on the lower side of the page. Moreover, you can see here when the user accounts were created and whether they are admin or standard users. By clicking on the Inactivate button, you can make the user inactive, and by clicking on the Activate button, you can make the user active. Activated user can sign in the system with his old password. To edit the information of the activated users, you can use the pencil icon, and except for the email address, you can edit any info here. Besides, you can also use this icon to assign a user as an admin or authorize him or her over the brands. To add a new user, click on the New User text on the top right. The colored areas here are mandatory to fill in. After you do that, the Add button will become active. After you click on Add button, the system will register the user and send him or her as a temporary password in an email. Okay. Because the new user will enter the info like title and signature himself, the admin should do the necessary edits about authorizing the user on the brands and giving him the admin authorization. The new user needs to fill in these sections so that he can use signature while sending releases and invitations, obviously. If you activate the admin key located at the lower part of the page, you give admin authority to the user that you have just created, I mean. This designated admin can create users and brands like you do. At the bottom of the page, should you specify for which brands the users will be authorized for? To do this, activate the key here. Okay, this needs to be activated. If you don't authorize a user over the brands, he can't see any screen except for activity screen. With this authorization, you specify for which brands the user can send release, invitation, etc., and which brands reports he can see. When you're done, click on the Update button. You can see all the active brands registered in the system through this Brands tab. On the upper left side, you can see the general info about your publication and the info of your related sales rep. And the payment information is on the upper right side. At the bottom is located your active brands. From left to right, there is the date brand was created, brand's name, the dates the brand is valid through, so when it will expire is shown, and you see the editing icon on the right for the brand. You can see this icon and use it to inactivate the brand or add a person to the sender or the test group. The brand's renewal date shows when the brand's expiration date is, okay? If the renewal date of the brand is red, it means the brand will be inactive at the stated due date and move to the brand archive folder. You can send your releases and invitations through this brand up until this date. If the renewal date is in black and there is an auto notice next to it, the brand doesn't become inactive when the renewal time arrives, and it stays active until you give instruction to do so. To give instruction to close it, go to the Edit via pencil icon and turn off the auto extend and click on the update. After doing this, if we check the renewal date of the brand, the date will show up as red. This shows us that when the expiration date is reached, it will be deactivated by the system. Okay. To create a new brand, click on the New Brand text, which is on the upper right. Write the name of the brand there. Okay. And save it. This name can't be changed later, so choose it wisely. After you click on the Save button, the brand appears in the system and the screen opens up to enter the details. When you start entering the info, starting from the top, first you come across with brand sector, which is brand industry. For each brand active in Facilis, you can choose minimum 1 and max 3 brand industries. you need to choose among the industries listed. As you type the name of the industry here, the list of registered industries will automatically start to appear and you can choose them from this list. Okay, so in the tag section, you need to enter tags which may be used to search the brand. The brand name will appear predefined. If you want, you can add new tags or remove them by clicking on the cross icon next to the added tags. This info entered in text section is configured in a way that your releases and invitations are going to be delivered to the journalists which are not in your list, but your tags match. Although this feature will be active in the future, we recommend you to assign tags to this section in advance so that, say, when the journalists scan the archive for the old releases, they can find your releases easily. Right under the text section, you can add the addresses of your social media accounts. This area works connected to the share button that is presented as optional feature while sending a release. Here now something you want to know. Okay guys, if you don't want to automatically renew the subscription for the brand every month, you need to turn the auto extension key off because its default settings are set to on. Okay, pay attention here. So you need to do this manually if you don't want it. When this key is off and your account's monthly usage time is over, it's inactivated by the system and moved to the brand archive. If you don't turn this key off, your brand will stay active and it will be built until you give instruction to close it. The liability is customers in this case, so again, be careful here. Okay, lastly, let's talk about the URL addresses at the bottom of the page. Thanks to the info here, the releases sent out from the system can be published concurrently in the website. However, for you to be able to use this feature, it needs to be configured in your website by the technical staff of the company. Having done with the general settings, we are now passing to the authorization section to do the other settings for release sending.